in his son's birthday. I think somewhere in Ajax. And the second time was, I don't know if a birthday or dedication day for the second son. That was the first time I met Andrew. We have a very limited time, our friendship time, sapagkat nakilala ko si Andrew ng kanyang last days na siya ay may sakit na. He was a first honor in our class, a Bible study class with Tatay Romy, because he was the only student. Yes, totoo po yan, totoo yun. Ang galing ni Andrew. Pero lahat nasabi na ng tungkol kay Andrew, ang isang natatandaan kong sinabi ni Andrew sa akin ay, pakisabi doon sa aking mga kaibigan, sabi niya, especially those friends na hindi nakadalaw sa kanya, this is the time na si Andrew lang daw pa nadalaw sa inyo. Sabi ng Bible ay, death is like a sleep. Di po ba? Ang kamatayan daw ay katulad lamang ng isang pagkatulog. Kaya wag po kayong maingay. Baka umami. I'm trying to make you laugh. Kasi lahat ng nagsalita, puro iyakan eh. From Sister Gina, everybody. They talk about the sadness, the saddest things in Andrew's life. Pero ang sabi kagabi ni Pastor Pasikatan, kanyang text na ginamit ay Jesus wept. Pero today, Pastor Martin said, rejoice! Yes. Rejoice! Hindi puro iyakan natin. Rejoice ang ginakailangan natin.
Yes.
For Durham Philcan Seventh-day Adventist members, we are glad na yung buhay ni Andrew ay nakita namin. At natutuwa kaming mga member ng Durham Philcan sapagkat si Brother Andrew ang kauna-unahang nabinyagan bilang member ng Durham Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Yes.
Si Brother Andrew. At hindi lang yon, siya ang kauna-unahang sumakabilang buhay na member ng Seventh-day Adventist. Di ba? Totoo yun eh. Kaya natutuwa kami. Very limited yung time ng aming pagkakilala. Siya, Brother Andrew, ay magaling na listener. I don't know if Tatay Romy is here.
Yes, sir.
Tatay Romy. Nagsasalita pa lamang si Tatay Romy, meron na siyang mga thoughts na nasa kanyang isipan na makikilala mo na he is a bright student. Hindi kayo magtataka kasi lahat ng mga peres, mga kinuha niyan, mga bright din kaya hindi ka papasa sa mga peres pag hindi ka bright. Totoo yan. Totoo yan. Ayaw ko si Brother Efren lang ata maybe nasa pero lahat ng mga peres, ng mga magbabayaw na yan, lahat po sila ay mga bright. Kaya sa hapon po ito ay all well said and done, lahat sinabi na para kay Brother Andrew. Wala na tayong nahanapin pa. Let's face the reality of life. Lahat tayo ay dadaan dito na pag-usapan na nga namin kanina ng maaga pa na pagtulog lang ito. Kaya wag po kayong maingay, baka magising. Limited yung aming time, kaya limited din yung aking sasabihin tungkol kay Brother Andrew. Pero bago ako magtapos, merong ilang paragraphs dito sa sinulat ni Mark Finley sa kanyang devotional na book na Solid Ground, written by Mark Finley, na naka-inspired sa akin kaninang umaga. Ang sabi dito, he weeps with the grieving and suffers with those in pain. He sustains. He strengthens and supports. He encourages the brokenhearted and embraces the bruised. The well-known psalm declared, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me." Psalms 46:1, God is our refuge and strength, very present time, help in time of trouble. In the midst of our personal pain and grief, God is there. Beyond the tears and heartache and sorrow of it all, we may hear Him saying, "I will hear your broken heart and bind up your wounds. I am there in your deepest times of need," says the Lord, Edna. We have this hope. We have this hope. God is coming so very soon. And this is not the last moment that nakasisiguro ako. Ang buhay ni Brother Andrew ay bilang Adventist. Tinanggap niya ang turo ng Adventista. In a few days, in-embrace niya ang katotohanan. So I'm sure, when the last trump shall sound, Andrew will rise again to meet his Lord up in the air. And not only Andrew, but for those who will stand firmly in this faith, who will boldly reject the evil one. So this afternoon, I encourage you everyone, not only the family. Alam niyo, hinahangaan ko ang family ng mga Perezes. Nakita niyo yung kanilang binding para magtulungan. So bilang mga magkakapatid sa pananampalataya, most of us are Adventists here in this room. Very few are not Adventists. This is the time that we can, share our burdens, share our blessings. I hope and pray someday soon, not only Brother Andrew, but all of us will meet Jesus in the air. Amen. When He comes.
Amen.
I told you now I don't have to say this because what I'm going to read to you will be the opposite of what Kuya Fidel just spoke. She told me that this is my chance to say something about what I can remember about Andrew. I'll do my best not to cry, but try my best to read to you what I've just read this morning. I didn't know Andrew. I didn't know much about Andrew until the last few weeks of his life, although we've seen each other during family gatherings, like birthdays and New Year's. As years went by, I have come to know him more, and I've learned that he was a very hardworking person. He was always working every time I asked about him. When he was missing in a few family gatherings, I knew then that he was a good provider for his family, his priority. When I first met Andrew in 2011, I saw a man with a kind heart, caring, and a down-to-earth personality. I also saw in him a gentle, quiet, yet a determined spirit. It was during the late night of May 19 and the very early hours of May 20 of this year when I was given that once-in-a-lifetime experience of seeing the strength and the true character of Andrew that I would never have thought would be mine to admire and learn from. Surrounded by the family that late night of May 19, thank you. We were all trying to, with all that we could, to make him feel comfortable and was helping him deal with the pain that he was going through. I remember Andrew said that night that he knew where he was going, but at the same time afraid, because he still wanted to be with Edna and their two boys, James and Philip. It breaks my heart to hear those words from him. Then I understand, I love you all. And he kept saying, pasensya na kayo. Or, pagod na kayo. Because he was worried that he might be bothering us a lot already. Andrew was always thinking of others before himself, despite the condition that he was in. As much as possible, he didn't want to bother anyone. It was already the early hours of May 20 when Rebecca, Edna, and I were left with Andrew, as it was my turn to watch him that night. At 2:40 a.m., his painkiller medication was given to him, a stronger one. While Edna was sitting on the other couch, Andrew tried to sit beside her because he wanted a short chat with her. Edna asked who won in that basketball game that he watched that night and what was the score, which he answered correctly, even when he was struggling breathing and talking. It was past 3 a.m. when I told Edna to go get some sleep so I can wake her up to help me in changing Andrew's diaper. Rebecca also came down after and offered help when needed. Then I was alone with Andrew trying to make him feel comfortable, massaging his back and chest, coaching him to breathe slowly as he was having a hard time breathing. I was having so much pain that even the pain medication that he took didn't help at all. He complained that he had a very bad headache, and I offered to massage him, but it didn't help. His pain became more and more intense, his breathing shallower and faster. He was restless, trying to find a comfortable position to ease his pain a little bit, but was
was of no use. He said he had to pee, as if he was asking me if it's okay to pee in his diaper. So I assured him that it was okay. It was time for the diaper change at almost 5 a.m. So I rushed upstairs to get Edna to help me. But when I saw her sleeping soundly, I couldn't get myself to wake her up. Knowing that she was tired and hadn't slept long enough, I walked back out and got Rebecca to help me, who wasn't sleeping yet at that time. After his diaper was changed, Rebecca and I repositioned Andrew and tried to make him comfortable. Then it was just the two of us again. And with his every move of struggle with pain meant more intense feeling of helplessness on my part. I said, "Pray, Andrew." So I was praying for him. He was in so much pain that he was curling, leaning sideways, forward, backward, as if he wanted to throw himself in whatever position he could do. Sorry, I promise not to cry. To ease his every move, to ease even just a little bit of that excruciating pain that he was experiencing. I was there with his every move, trying to support him, cushioning where he placed his head and where he landed his worn out body. He asked for a little bit of water a few times, which I carefully gave using the medicine dropper. All of a sudden, he looked at me with that expression on his face saying, "Nakakapagod." I didn't know what to say. But I remember nodding my head and biting my lips, trying to hold my tears. Then I turned to God and asked, "Where are you, Lord? Please, don't let Andrew suffer like this. You love him, Lord. Please, take care of him. You know what's best for him. So let it be done, Lord. Please, Lord, please hear our prayers for him. Please let Andrew experience your love for him, especially in this very painful time." With Andrew's every struggle during those hours was my every plea to God to relieve him of such pain. Because of the intense pain that he was experiencing, he started to have cold, sticky sweat. I changed his shirt several times, but was always wet. I looked for a face towel in their linen closet, but I couldn't find one. I didn't want to wake up anyone, so I just used the damp paper towel and tissue to wipe his head, face, and neck. He also mentioned his brother, Bernie, realizing after that he's already dead. Then he started to say words like he was talking to himself, but wasn't clear enough for me to understand. Then he asked if there's something to eat in a kind tone of voice. He asked for banana, so I rushed to mash it and gave it to him. He was looking at me while I was feeding him, like it was a look of helplessness that he didn't want to feel because he would rather serve others than be served. The struggle with pain continued, so was my prayer for him. Second diaper change came at around 6:30 a.m. So I went upstairs to get Edna, though I was feeling sorry to wake her up. While waiting for her to come down, I gave Andrew all his medications for that morning. Though at first he refused, I said, "Please, Andrew, please take them because you're in so much pain, and they will help you in your condition." So he did. And he slowly and carefully drank the water as he was having difficulty swallowing already. Edna came down and we changed his diaper and saddled him. Thank you. I updated Edna that we both had a hell sleep last night and that he was agitated and in so much pain. Andrew calmed down a little bit around 7 a.m. and I wasn't sure if he was sleeping, but I didn't want to disturb him. So I left that morning without saying bye to him. I went home with hope in my heart that he will be a bit better later, and had the plan to see him later again in the afternoon, not knowing that that was my last time to take care of him. I was sleeping till around 12 noon when I thought I was dreaming that the phone was ringing. When I checked my cell phone, I saw several calls and a voice message from Rebecca saying, "Ate, when you get this message, please come right away for Andrew." Then I knew it was the inevitable. When I got to their place, I looked at him and saw that it was time. I knelt beside him and whispered in his ears a prayer of hope, knowing that God will take care of him and preserve him till that day when Jesus will take him to that heavenly home. It is because of the time I have spent with Andrew that I will deal with pain differently than I would if I didn't see how he handled it. He was so patient and calm despite the terrible pain that he was experiencing, which you and I will never understand. So quiet, even when tears of agony were rolling down his cheeks. I was taken aback by such bravery and capacity to endure pain. I will never forget such display of a humble yet remarkable spirit. It was my comfort, and it is my comfort, our comfort, to know that we will see Andrew again, to be reunited with his beloved Edna, James, and Philip very, very soon.
I lost my voice for
Pwedeng yan
almost a month.
Pwedeng i-EMD to eh. Pwedeng ganyan eh.
When I came to the romantic, how can I
Di pa ganyan yan.
take care of my food that I can stop? How can I listen to it? So I thank you that please do that. feet and something like that. Then once more I prayed that please stop my Lord Barrozo. I can see for you. I can see. And I prayed to your children. Then 6 months back,
Tapos.
the child is one of 17.
Hmm?
Friends, unfortunately, that was the end of the video. It was then Andrew sang at the Filipino Canadian Church. And through God's grace, he was able to sing and praise through singing. Although his voice, according to him, disappeared, right? And then came back. So again, unfortunately, we cannot hear it, but I believe we had harmony and we got the praise of God.
So in the program it says that we're reading a poem for Adena, but we'd also like for everybody to listen to the poem and try to feel it in their hearts. So it is a poem for everyone here, and for all those who remember and have known Kuya Andrew.
Death is nothing at all. I have only slipped away into the next room. I am I, and you are you. Whatever we were to each other, that we are still. Call me by my old familiar name. Speak to me in the easy way you always use. Put no difference in your tone. Wear no forced air of solemnity or sorrow. Laugh as we always laugh. At the little jokes we always enjoy together. Play, smile. Think of me. Pray for me.
I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere you go, I go, my dear. And whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darling.
Let my name be ever the household word that it always was. Let it be spoken without effort, without the ghost of a shadow in me. Life means all that it ever meant. It is the same as it ever was. There is an absolute unbroken continuity.
I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for you, beautiful, you are my world, my truth. And it's you or whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you.
What is death but a negligible accident? Why should I be out of mind? Because I am out of sight? I am waiting for you for an interval, somewhere very near, just round the corner, all is well.
Here's the deepest secret nobody knows. Here's the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than a soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart.
Nothing is past, nothing is lost. One brief moment, and all will be as it was before. How we shall laugh at the trouble of parting when we meet again.
I carry your heart. I carry it in my heart. At this point, we're almost finishing with the celebration of life for Andrew. We would like to sing a song of hope, and Edna will be singing with us because she is hopeful that one day soon Jesus will come and she will see Andrew and meet him in the air together with James and Philip. We will be singing No More Nights.
Sulit.
We're just waiting for the accompaniment. Time is